Okay, so let's talk about meiosis. And this is a cellular process where we are going to be mixing up genes and cutting the chromosome numbers in half. It has two main goals. So the first is to reduce the chromosome number from diploid to haploid. So diploid means that you have two copies of each chromosome, and haploid means that you have one copy of each chromosome. The second goal is going to be to shuffle the genetic deck so that the resulting gametes, which are your eggs and sperm, are genetically unique. So that's what makes siblings different from each other, even though they share the same parents. At the heart of meiosis are the homologous chromosomes, which are also known as homologs. So these are just pairs of chromosomes, one from each parent, that have the same size, shape, centromere position, and genes. Even though they carry the same genes, they can carry different versions of those genes. And these different versions are what we refer to as alleles. So for example, you might inherit a gene for brown eyes from one parent and then blue eyes from the other. So same gene, eye color, but different allele. So brown versus blue. So humans typically have 23 pairs of chromosomes with a total of 46 chromosomes. So 23 pairs, 46 individual. So this is our diploid number or 2n number. Of these 23 pairs, 22 are autosomes or non-sex chromosomes, and then one pair is going to determine the sex. So for females, you have two X chromosomes, so XX, and then for males, you have one X chromosome and one Y chromosome, so XY. So when these cells undergo meiosis to form gametes, they're going to reduce the number of chromosomes by half, leaving each sperm or egg with just 23 chromosomes. And that is the haploid number. And it ensures that when sperm and egg meet, the resulting zygote has the correct diploid number again. So zooming out just a little bit, this process is a key part of the human life cycle. So in sexually reproducing organisms like us, the life cycle includes all reproductive events from one generation to the next. Mitosis and meiosis both play critical roles here. So mitosis is like the body's workhorse. It's responsible for growth and tissue repair throughout life. We talked about that in the previous chapter. And so that's why your skin heals after a cut or why you grow taller during adolescence. All these somatic body cells, those are produced by the mitosis, and those cells are going to be diploid. Meiosis, on the other hand, it's the specialist. So it only happens in reproductive organs. So for males, it's going to be the testes, where it's going to produce sperm in a process called spermatogenesis. And then in females, it's going to occur in the ovaries, where it produces eggs in a process called oogenesis. When the sperm and the egg unite during fertilization, they form a zygote, which is a diploid cell that contains one complete set of chromosomes from each parent. And just like that, the cycle will begin again. So to visualize the whole setup, scientists often use the karyotype, which is basically a snapshot of all the chromosomes in a cell lined up together in pairs. It's like a genetic blueprint, and it can reveal chromosomal abnormalities. It can also determine the sex and help diagnose genetic conditions. So if we look at this karyotype, this one has 46 chromosomes, 2 copies of each chromosome, which is why we have 23 pairs. This is your 23rd pair that is not numbered. And in this case, when we're talking about determining sex, because we see an X and a Y chromosome, we can tell that this is a male karyotype here.